Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Green. Alright, so, we just finished, basically taking care of things in Cerulean City, and so now we're heading on to the next area, which, I mean, if you remember, if we try to go through here, the security guard will tell us that he's very thirsty. So we just need to get him a drink. So we're going to move back into this area, and then go through this underground tunnel. I think that girl wants to trade a Pokemon, but I don't have any Pokemon to trade with her. At least, even if I did, I don't remember what it is that she wants. I remember combing this place like square by square for all of the items that they have hidden in there. Alright, so I think we're on our way to, what is it, Vermilion City? Because we need to get Cut from the Cut Master, who happens to be the captain of the SSN. Weedle. Looking very worried. Pikachu might not be the best one for this, but at least I have the advantage of being a much higher level. Let's switch to Pidgey because, well, Pidgeotto, because they'll have an advantage over top of the bug Pokemon here. Alright, one more Pokemon. So, after E3, with all of the announcements, especially for Pokemon, I've definitely been thinking about, like, what they're going to be introducing, and I think right now I'm just basically focusing on, like, how many new Pokemon they're going to be bringing into the series, and I mean, I'm glad that it's going to be a mix between all regions and whatever Sun and Moon bring, but I would like to see a good amount. I mean, I know that there's already a lot of Pokemon, with there being, what, like 729 of them now, but I wouldn't care if they brought it up to like an even 900. I mean, granted, that's a lot of Pokemon. I mean, that'd be adding, what, another 171 Pokemon to the battle roster, but honestly, I think it's realistic to think that they're going to add somewhere in between 50 and 100. But I want to see a lot. I want to see quite a few Pokemon added, because I want there to be a nice variety. I also want them to just add new type castings. Like, I would like to see more type pairings that maybe we haven't seen before, and just increase the roster to make Pokemon like a lot more varied. Because I think one of the more fun things about playing Pokemon is just the type of Pokemon that you have and what that Pokemon can do in battle. And I definitely like dual type Pokemon. Whenever I make a like an actual game team that I want to take through the entire thing, that I'll breed out and I'll research for their moves and everything, I definitely look for them to be multi-type, because it's just a lot more fun. It's like when Gyarados, I mean, for instance, I mean, it's not a very good example. I mean, he's water flying, so is it water flying? No, it's water dragon. Anyway, basically, when they have the ability to learn the type from like one type then to another, I find that incredibly useful. And like Mew is a poor example too, but typically I'll have Mew with, you know, psychic type moves, and then also a dark type move, and then also, you know, some sort of elemental like fire, and then probably grass or water, just to make him very versatile. His specialty is obviously like special attack, so I won't give him physical attacks. Like, any attack that I give him will be a special type priority, so that way at least it gets boosted in power. And even though he's psychic type, using like a fire type move won't be terrible because he'll have the power behind it to actually make it deal a lot of damage. But no, I definitely like dual type Pokemon. I think that was probably the nicest thing that they introduced. I think it was. Did they introduce that in Gold and Silver? Or was that Ruby and Sapphire? I don't remember. I'm very bad at these things. When I play one game, I just sort of stick with it. And there's been so many generations, and I've been playing this since I was like 14, which is, God, almost 20 years ago. Well, I guess it is 20 years ago because that's when Pokemon came out. But when I think about it, like I just can't remember when they introduce all the sorts of different things. So it's hard to wrap my head around it. He's probably going to paralyze me too now that I think about it. Yeah, there it is. Making him utterly useless. Oh god, I hate computer opponents. They just spam nothing but status type moves. But yeah, no, I can't ever remember unless I'm like actually playing it. But it's fine. I still enjoy playing Pokemon. It's a lot of fun. I just always get so excited for the new ones. I think I've got like 2 copies of the game pre-ordered, both Sun and Moon. And when people come into GameStop to like pre-order a Pokemon game, and I ask them like, well, which one? And then like, well, because I work at GameStop, if I haven't mentioned that already. Basically, I try to push them to get both because it's like, well, if I would do it, why won't you? But no, I like to see people sort of get into it too, and I like to talk to people about it. And if you have any favorite Pokemon, let me know down in the comments below. I'd really like to hear what everyone's favorite Pokemon is. And really, I don't judge about anything. Like, my favorite Pokemon is Pikachu, but I think, like, after that, I like Pokemon like Gyarados and, like, Gengar, Alakazam. I mean, my Pokemon list is pretty basic, but... Oh, wow. I just actually got to look at Butterfree, and it looks a lot more eerie and scary than it ever did. Like in the newer sprite, it always looks nice and cute, but that looks closer to Venomoth, especially with the wing shape. I might not have the best choice for this one. But yeah, let me know what your favorite Pokemon is down in the comments, and we can chat about that, or we can just sort of compare like what everybody likes. I think one of the coolest things is that it's always surprising, you know, what kind of people are actually into Pokemon. And with Pokemon being around for so long, there's lots of people that have grown up with Pokemon over the years, or they were introduced to it like a very long time ago. And I've got quite a large Pokemon tattoo on my my right forearm. And when I'm dealing with customers at work, no matter where I'm working, or even when I'm dealing with people just in my average personal life, they see it and it's like, oh my god, is that a Ghastly on your arm? That's so cool. And so we end up having a little chat about Pokemon, and I can usually find out a lot about people just by sort of talking to them for a little bit and seeing like what Pokemon they like. And you know, it's never anything bad. Like I don't ever judge anybody based on like the type, oh my god, on the type of Pokemon that they like. It's just fun to talk about it. Alright, let's just... Oh, he paralyzed me. Either that or he poisoned me. I thought that he put me to sleep. But then again, I think I only thought that because I can't actually tell like what status effect that is. But yeah, it's definitely fun to talk to people about Pokemon. Oh, he poisoned me. I'm going to teleport back to Cerulean City and heal up before I come back. I know that I'm incredibly close to the end of that little road, but honestly, I think it would be better if I did it this way. Because I got one Pokemon that's asleep, one Pokemon that's poison, one Pokemon that's paralyzed. And I don't really need that, seeing as that those three are my main battling Pokemon. Alright, so let's head back over there. It'd be a little bit quicker if I had cut. But I'll get that soon enough. I sort of realize like how long this game actually sort of takes to get through. And it's not just because like it's a large game, but it's just sort of like how they use the world around them to actually sort of manipulate where your character could actually go. Just by, you know, using those cut branches or the security guards that are thirsty. It was definitely a good way of working around the fact that had they not done that, anybody could sort of go anywhere whenever they wanted, and it'd sort of break the game a little bit. And by doing it this way, they were clearly able to create regions that had stronger Pokemon, and then by that same nature also introduce new Pokemon to different areas that you wouldn't have seen in like the beginning areas, just because like you weren't quote-unquote ready for it yet. I think one of the other nice things about the game is that even after you beat the game, because you don't have all the moves available until the very end, things like Surf and like Strength and things like that open up like more areas after you've beaten it, because you can go back to the beginning area, like Pallet Town, and then there's that patch of water below you that you can now surf on, and that's purely because you didn't have Surf before. So it definitely makes going through the world again, just to find like all the secret little hidden items, a lot more fun. Now, obviously, in the newer games, it makes a lot more sense, and that's purely because they've added like story areas outside of the main path. And then that's where you also find a lot of the special rare Pokemon that you wouldn't have found normally. So it definitely makes sense to actually explore the world in those ones. In these games, I mean, it's really so much, especially with the first ones, it's so much as fighting the trainer in the cave by by Cerulean City, also where you catch Mew and everything like that too. So it's definitely really cool. I like it a lot. But for the most part, like exploring in those games, it really only took you to places where you could get more items. And it was just, you know, potions, Pokeballs, nuggets, things like that. In Gold and Silver, they started introducing like trade items, which you would need to hold on your character in order to actually like trade that Pokemon and evolve it into a different form. Which is definitely interesting. Like Slowpoke, Slowbro, and Slowking, and is it Slowking? No. Oh my god, I am really terrible with this right now. Because I think of Slacking, which they introduced in like Ruby and Sapphire, and I want to say it's Slowking, but I could be completely wrong. But anyway, no, they introduced definitely more reason as the series has progressed to actually go and explore different areas. Alright, so we got another trainer lad. He's got a Spearow. I've got Ivysaur, which is definitely not what I want, so let's switch back to Pikachu. Let's Thundershock him into oblivion. Very good. Alright, so let's hope that he has another bird Pokemon. Now it's Eradicate. So let's just quick attack him. And then we'll hit him with a Thundershock and hope that it takes him out. Oh, one more. Actually, no, I'll quick attack him, and that should finish it nice and quickly. All right, well, we're going to end this episode here. I've made it to Vermilion City, I think that's what this is called. Lieutenant Surge is here, so is the SSN. I can't get to Lieutenant Surge just yet. I have to get cut from the ship's captain. Oh, that's right. Bill gave me the pass to get on the SSN. I could technically go into the Pokemon fan club. Is that in here? And then get the bike when I go back to Cerulean City. But honestly, I'm not really too worried about it. I think that'll just be too much hassle. And I don't really want to translate more and more and more. But anyway, we're going to end it here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! I don't know about you, but when I see an army of quote-unquote dragon-type Pokemon being led by a sharp-dressed business Pikachu, when they suggest that you like this video and subscribe for updates on new content, I would certainly do what they say.